What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are here at Prospect Park, right outside of Albany, New York. I moved. I am so excited that I moved. The courses up here are so cool, so awesome. And this is going to be one of the new home courses. And first time throwing our putter battle here. Because we're up in this area and because I went up to Smugglers Notch where the Green Mountain Championships was held, I found some of these Cryztal Sparkle Zone SS's from the Green Mountain Championship. So this isn't our normal first run black stamp Zone SS. This is a brand new Z Zone SS. Let's see what a Z Zone SS versus a Cryztal Sparkle Zone SS looks like. A little on the breezy side today. We're starting on hole one. We're going to kind of bounce around the course a little bit. Wow, this wind might make things interesting, but we're going to throw a forehand off the first. It's 246. Want to have something go out there and stand up. Hopefully it doesn't flip up and turn over with this wind. We're going to go Z first. And I realized that this is actually the first run of not first run Zone SS's. I know that's slightly confusing, but it's not a first run, but it is a Z Zone SS, which means they've already made another run. Great flight. Now, Cryztal Sparkle doesn't fly any different. Slightly different release, but it didn't have the same stand up and go laser beam straight. Cryztal is known to be the most overstable of the Discraft plastics. So is this actually the most overstable Zone SS you'll find? Or did I just throw it wrong and we're going to find that they're basically the same? Because that's probably what happened. So yes, bad release, but it did fade more, so it was closer to the basket. So Cryztal Sparkle taking its first point. I don't only forehand the Zone SS, and I don't know if people that are getting the Zone SS are getting it for a forehand or for a backhand disc. I use it both ways. I use it as a longer range if I want something to stand up and just a pushing hyzer, which we're going to throw here. We're going to throw a pushing hyzer 207 up the hill up there. I also use it for laser beam dead straight shots going down a hill. I can just punch it on a hyzer and it never really stands up and turns over. It just pushes straight. Because it's flat top, it doesn't have that super high glide that you might get out of like a Proxy or a Watt or a Luna. It's much more true to its line. So I actually really like the Zone SS backhand as well. Let's see what the Cryztal Sparkle does here. I'm gonna try push it around this Y tree. Wow, okay. I love the Zone SS, folks. It is such a good mold. Oh, it caught the tree. Okay, that is 2 for Cryztal Sparkle. Now the thing is, Zone SS's, Z Zone SS's, because it's just a stock Z disc, with nobody's specialty name on it, typically tends to run about 17-18 bucks. The Cryztal Sparkle is a specialty stamp. So even if it flies better, it's still going to run you more. However, I know a place where I can go get more, because there's almost 2 full stacks or 2 full racks worth of Z or a Cryztal Sparkle Zone SS's if I drive 3 hours north to Smugs. So, I mean, yes, I have these. I have backups. I have 3 of these yellow Z. But do I need to go pick up more Cryztal Sparkles? Are they that good? Because it's parked. And most people would tell you that it's going to feel different. And the thing is that it doesn't really feel any different. This, as the stock run of Z, has a little bit more give to it than the original first runs did. The first runs were very stiff. These have a little bit of give to them. Now, is Cryztal always more gummy? Or is this Cryztal Flex Sparkle? Because I've talked to other people that have one of these, and even the guy at Smugglers Notch said the same thing. He said it, like, they were marketed as Cryztal Sparkle, but they're kind of flexy. It's 51 degrees, but we're in the shade and it's breezy, so the feels like temperature is much more like 45, 47, and this is how much it flexes versus the Z, which is just a little bit more stiff even at this temperature level. We're gonna play hole 5. It's another forehand flip up shot. Let's see if we just messed up on the first throw. See if we can actually cleanly release the Z. That's actually about what happened when I played through it. The video will come out in December as the first time that I played this course. And now for the Z. Okay, so what's happening right now is the first throw is hitting the perfect line and doing exactly what I'm expecting the disc to do, and the second shot is not. That means I did not warm up thoroughly enough, and us being in the shade is not helping. So my feel on the disc is a little bit off. But somehow, Cryztal Sparkle is taking it to the Z. So Cryztal Sparkle 3 in a row. This is unprecedented. Does that mean I'm gonna have to go back up to Smugs and buy more? Is that what this is telling me? You know, to really do this tunnel shot justice, I really need a driver. These aren't drivers. We're gonna try to make it work here. It is more uphill than it looks, and it says it's only 287, but it plays like 330-ish uphill up there. Cryztal Sparkle just, man, it keeps showing out. And I don't know if it's because it's the new thing. This is a brand new Z Zone SS. It's completely unthrown, so it's not my Zone SS, so it should have that same, like, new disc, whatever, but this is working out better. For some reason. I don't know if it's more or less understable. I don't know if it's just the feel. Something about it is releasing better, so there's a very high possibility that I might have to go back up to Smuggler's Notch before winter truly sets in. Kind of fell off the end of the tee pad, but it just didn't quite get all the way there because the hill's so high. Now for the Z, let's see if I can do this without falling off the tee pad. Right into the tree. Okay, that is, I was gonna try to stretch this battle out and try to figure out, but if the Cryztal Sparkle is just that much better at being a Zone SS brand new, yes, I can have all these other Zone SSs and I will learn them as they hit trees and as I figure out the angles. But is that what I want, or do I want Zone SSs that are perfect right out the gate? And again, I'm not sure. I think they're the same stability. We just haven't seen both of them fly cleanly enough right next to each other for us to ascertain if one is more or less overstable. I think if I did this test versus my Zone SS with the black stamp or my pink Zone SS, that this Cryztal Sparkle would 100% be more overstable. But as it is, it's questionable. Let's go throw one more forehand shot that is the forehand shot of the course for a Zone SS. And let's see if we can park the basket again. We're gonna get a quick little how I perceive over or under stability real quick. Basically, if you throw a shot and you throw a flat shot, we're gonna say left hand backhand or right hand forehand, because the fairway right now is bending that way, so that's kind of where we're going with this shot. If you throw that shot, a neutral disc should go straight, right? Here's your flight path. As you add to the 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, it starts to coil in right here until you have a very overstable disc that basically is going to come back on itself and throw this big hoop. If you have an understable disc, it does the exact opposite. This is that -1, 1, -1, 2, -1, 3. It wants to do the opposite, right? So whatever the understability disc is trying to do, it's trying to fight against the natural pull of the stability as it starts to slow down. With a disc like the Zone SS, it's not understable and it's not overstable. It has built-in understable characteristics and it has built-in overstable characteristics. So if you're able to throw it flat and hard and true and clean on its line, its flight path should look something like this, right? Because it will have that understability pulling it, but then that overstability at the end fighting it back. So your flight path will actually look like that. If you were to use that -1, that little pull off that it's trying to use, that's the flat throw. If you throw it on a soft hyzer instead of having your normal hyzer shot, you will have a little bit more of a drawn out hyzer shot. It will extend the length of that hyzer while still keeping it on a hyzer, which is why the Zone SS is so good, because it has the torque resistance, it has the stability required to not over flip up, so it will still maintain that while still pushing very far and true and straight. This hole is 223, but it's uphill and it bends around pretty far to the right. We're gonna have to start these on a hyzer and hope that they don't flip all the way to flat. So I got all the way to flat, push string to the hill. Now for the Z. Push all the way to flat. Got a tree, so it didn't turn out as straight into the hill looking. But I think they have very similar characteristics, the Cryztal Sparkle versus the Z. I am so tempted, because I don't have anywhere to be until tomorrow at 10 a.m. and it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I am so tempted to just drive back up to Smugglers Notch today and pick up a couple more of these, because they are that good. The way they're coming off my hand, the way that they're reacting to fairways and going where I want them to go, they're that good. If you get a chance to pick up a Cryztal Sparkle Z Zone SS or Cryztal Sparkle Zone SS, absolutely, pro tip, do it. If your only option is a Z Zone SS, first run or otherwise, absolutely 100% pick that up as well. Do pick up what you've got and make that work for you. But if you have the options, buy both and figure out which one works best for you. Hopefully you guys enjoy content like this. If so, please make sure to like the video. If you want to see new stuff, make sure to comment all of that down below. Please make sure to subscribe. It helps you guys out with these subscriber-only giveaways. And if you want to be automatically entered into monthly giveaways, check out the memberships as well. Until next time, see you out on the course.